A Lexus is all about being quiet, refined, and ultimately quite boring to drive, right? Well, wrong actually, because Lexus says this brand new IS has been engineered to be the most engaging car to drive in its class. So, could this be the genuine 3 Series rival from Japan we've been waiting for? Let's find out. Well, it gets off to a good start with its sharp new design. The spindle grille, boomerang LED running lights and tail lamps are particularly dramatic, while the new 3-dimensional CT200 inspired interior is suitably high quality. There's 85mm more legroom in the back too, and a 450-litre boot. But is it any good to drive? Well, it's definitely an improvement. The steering, it's well weighted and it's nice and direct. There's very little body roll in the corners and loads of grip. And of course, being a Lexus, it's nice and smooth and really quiet when you back off. But the problem here is the powertrain, I'm afraid. The IS, there's no diesel option now. All you get is an IS 250. That's a 2.5-litre V6 petrol. Or you got this is the big news, it's the first ever hybrid IS, it's called the 300H, and it combines a 2.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with an electric motor. It produces 220 horsepower, which sounds good, and CO2 emissions are just 99 grams per kilometre, which means this car is going to be very attractive indeed to fleet buyers. But unfortunately, it's mated to a CVT gearbox, and that means all the sporty styling and all the sporty handling don't really count for much. On part throttle, it's nice and smooth, nice and quiet, but push on, as you can probably hear now, and it makes that telltale whining from under the bonnet, which is just so annoying and actually spoils the whole experience. Okay, so the model we're driving here is in luxury trim, and that's expected to be the biggest seller in the range. It comes with standard suspension, which is a little bit firmer than the old model, but it's still nice and comfortable, and it gives you good control when you're going around the corners. If you want to go firmer still though, there is an F Sport model. Now that comes with lower, stiffer suspension, you get a new grille, different bodywork and bigger wheels. But to be honest, we'd probably leave it out. This is a car that you're never going to really want to drive particularly fast, and so given the chance, we'd maximise comfort. There's one other feature I wanted to show you down here which is pretty cool. It's a little switch that allows you to change the volume on a speaker that's embedded in the dash. Now that pumps synthetic engine noise into the cabin, completely artificial, and if we find a nice straight bit of road, I'll show you how it works. So if I put my foot down, you'll hear the CVT gearbox roar, and then if we turn the speaker on, the roar gets a little deeper. I hope you got to hear that. To be honest, it's a bit gimmicky, and all it does is increase the volume on the unwanted noise. Lexus deserves plenty of credit for producing a car that looks fantastic. The quality's right up there with the class leaders, and of course with this hybrid model it emits just 99 grams per kilometre of CO2, which means it's bound to be a big hit with fleet buyers. The downsides? Well, I think to call it the best handling car in the class is a little bit far-fetched. And also anyone that has any interest in driving, I'm not sure I'd recommend the hybrid. It's just too slow and unresponsive. Overall then, a good car, but not quite the game changer Lexus was looking for.